Today is the day. There goes Rodney. This is his birthday. He's 70 today, and Nathan gave him a package for brewing here at Father John's. So this is Rodney's 70th birthday, and we're going to be here for a couple hours getting the job done. The person who started this is Father John Trippy. He's an oral surgeon, and he decided to make use of this marvelous old Methodist turned Baptist turned brewery. He's done a lot of reconstruction on the place to make it look kind of medieval and European. So now we're going to go inside. The brewery and the restaurant down here in the basement. And since it's a church, to help fund the fixing of the organ, he has these church mice. You can buy these, and the money will go to the fixing and tuning up of the organ. He made this bar top himself, and I don't remember just what that was all about. But he also has a big Buddha here. There's that area in the restaurant, and you go back this basement, which is very rough. There's places to dine along here. And then you have the kitchen. Father John Trippy, Dr. Trippy, has had other restaurants too. Now here we get into the back of the restaurant, I suppose.
How we doing?
Hi, fine. And moving on back to the brewery, the microbrewery, and all the stuff you need. All right, so here is, no, wait a minute, get in the picture, would you, with him?
I'll tell you what, we had...
all right, so here he is with, tell me your name again.
Doug Jacobs.
Doug Jacobs. I've had two of his students, kids in class, and Rodney. And here's the brewery pictures that I didn't get when I was coming down the hallway where you could see. He said they may become an outlet for brewery supplies because there isn't a good one in the area. Now Rod and I are going to eat, and Doug is going to put water in these vats, and they have to heat up to 150 degrees, and we will probably eat in this area. The lights on in the restaurant now, and you can see where people sit. And they also have side rooms, and this is one of them. It's a low table, and you sit on the floor. I'm sure it has a name. I don't know if you can eat back here, but this is an interesting room, and it's got crutches, which remind me of when I was at St. Bernadette's Grotte in France by the Pyrenees. And here he has some more saint artifacts. So this video is about Dr. Trippy and his area here and Rodney's birthday and brewing.
Going to go into our Hellfire IPA.
And what kind of peppers are those?
These are jalapeno peppers.
Jalapeno.
Yep.
And they're going into your...
They're going into the Hellfire IPA.
Si la bière est bon. Taste and see if the beer is good. An old drinking song. So he gets to taste 3 beers and decide what he likes. All right, that was a bottoms up.
What's next?
That's just my own creation.
All right.
Right from scratch. You don't get
That was more Samuel Adams, wasn't it? Or
No.
no?
You don't get into the real dark stuff, do you?
No.
That's the mix between Sam Adams Summer Ale and Boston Lager. I took a Yingling's recipe and a Boston Lager.
Okay. Both of them I like.
Which one you like better?
I think this one.
Lester John?
The aftertaste. The aftertaste is better. The main taste was the same about.
Green ale. And it's called Holy Cow.
Holy cow.
Mm-hmm.
Holy cow.
The others were lagers.
No.
I didn't think so.
No. No.
Okay. And then here's a different one. That's made out of half and half. It's half barley and 9 pounds of honey in that. It's called Honey Doomy.
Oh, Nathan made a honey brew, remember recently?
That's better, but I still.
Yeah, you're a lager guy.
Yep.
Prester John or first one?
Probably first one.
You got it.
All right.
I knew it. I was pretty sure it'd be one of them two. Wasn't sure which
Well,
one.
the second one was not bad. It's just the aftertaste a little bit more bitter to it, or not bitter, but it's different. Okay.
And more important.
Discussing the recipe.
Okay. All right.
Because, believe it or not, when I did that little sample, I noticed that and I wanted to see if I had carafils. It's only
Hanging up for the ale. And then we got all kinds of grains and stuff here.
And then
Carabels?
40. Okay, right there. Caramel malt 40.
Okay.
And then we have a few grains like Victoria and aromatic Vienna that bring out different things like a red dough.
Everybody has a wooden elephant head in their brewery.
I don't want to make a cheese beer make you want to eat a pretzel. You know what I mean? So
I'm going to move into the cooler. Let's go see what's going on in there.
just twist the bag. You don't ferment hard enough to justify using air.
See, those are room temperature ferments in there, Charlotte.
Okay.
And this, as the loggers, they don't have to go to air room ferment. They ferment in here in about a month.
Now, when these are done fermenting, yours is done fermenting, and I go to take it out of this fermenter and put it in a keg.
Yeah.
And once you pump all the beer out and the bag seems to be empty, this is what you end up with at the bottom of that bag.
Yeah.
This is called yeast slurry. What it is a little bit of everything you put in that beer. There's some grain hulls, there's some hops, yeast, and then you use this, and that's what duplicates that beer. That's what ensures me that your beer is going to taste exactly like the one you tasted on tap. So basically, it's genetically right. Now, Chuck, during the day, works for a pharmaceutical company. He's a chemist. Big help. We know stuff that you probably should know. So we're going to use this in your beer.
All right.
Now,
And you save the one out of that one for the next one.
okay, what you do is you start off with first generation. Before you know it, you're going to end up on third generation, fourth generation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, in the ales, meaning they ferment out at 70 degrees, when we shut that pot off, when we're done boiling the hops in it, for the most part it's 210 degrees. We have a condensing unit. It'll pass through there and go from 210 to room temp as quick as it passes. Okay? So you can put your yeast in right away because everything's fermenting at 70. Now, you don't want to put that yeast in that lager at 70 degrees. So you will not put the yeast in at the time we put it in the fermenter. Okay, I'll put it in here and leave it cool down to 45 because this has been in there at 45. And then Monday, I'll go ahead and mix the yeast. Okay. Now, an ale, it'll take off the next day. You know, just that act of the yeast. So we could do that tonight, come in tomorrow, and if it was an ale, I'd be working on that. That lager is going to take 3 days before it shows any sign of anything going on. Now, what we have for hops? We have, here's your hop addition. This one, when we get done steeping the grains for an hour, Then we'll go ahead and turn it up and start to go to a boil. That's when you put your extract in. Once it starts boiling, you will have a hop that goes in at the beginning and it stays in there for almost 60 minutes. Then
Move up so I can hear
we're
it.
going to put another one in at 15, and then another one in right before we shut it off. But actually, we're going to go like 15 and then 5.
Okay.
So we need crystal, hops, and then we need
Sass
sass.
and sass.
So the sass is up there. There used to be all of our hops were in these big bags.
Czechoslovakia.
That's it. Yeah?
That one right
Check.
So what we'll do, see, how much do you need of this? Sass.
We got 3 ounces
An ounce and a half, that's just about 4 ounces. And then put your nose in that. And then we need crystal. Crystal is actually as mild or more mild than sass.
Get some of these names along.
Why am I not finding my crystal? Now we're going to use this out of the bag.
Okay.
What's 6 crystal? An easy handle.
Yeah.
Is about 2 ounces.
2 ounces.
Yeah, so when you go to do this, we're going to be weighing it out on the scale. One of these sitting on the scale, just about a normal hand, about 2 ounces.
Charlotte, what is the name on here?
German.
German's fault, yep, German pearl, Cascades, we're ever increasing. There is hundreds of different ones.
Yeah, my son's gonna see this in there and Vienna said.
And then to add to it, they'll take popular British hops and then they'll cross-pollinate and come up with a new one. Like I can keep up with what you already got, you know? So it keeps it interesting.
The bucket should come out to 0. You can pass by.
Buzz down. And then your base is going to be, what was we talking? 2 row.
Base is 2 row.
Now with the big one, and like I said, every decent scooper, what I usually do,
Pilsen malt. Pilsen malt.
Okay.
what I usually do is I'll take and then about the time it stops dropping, tip it back a little bit. That's about 2 pounds.
Okay.
And just watch your gauge.
We need about
10 pounds.
10 on that one.
Yep, and then when you're done, scoop up 1 pound of your 40 over here. I'll take that off. Your 40.
You can't read those on there, can you? When you're on
Don't
the
worry
angle?
about it.
And then this is your carrot pills. We're going to put a pound in there. So you're going to end up.
We're gonna.
You're going to end up
This
with
is caramel.
10 of the 2 row, and then 1 of the caramel.
So we're
40.
gonna take this back down here and fill it.
Nope. You just go ahead and do that.
All right, and we're going up here with it.
Yep. And then just kind of come on up.
Okay.
See, that's about 2 and a half. And
we're
you
going
want to go to 10.
10.
Yep. There you go. That's about a 2-pounder scoop if I've ever seen one.
Going to 10.
Oh yeah.